Hello, I hope you're well. As I enjoy my last few days up here in the mountains, I wanted to reflect on the lessons I've learned after posting my first 10 videos here on YouTube. And it's not going to be lessons about tech skills like editing or creating the perfect thumbnail or writing a good video description, also because my skills in those fields are still pretty basic. But it's more lessons that you learn when you start something new, a new project, a new enterprise. So number one, I'd say, is start as soon as possible. Don't wait for the perfect time, the perfect circumstances. For instance, I thought I had to have mad editing skills and graphic skills and know about SEO, etc. before I could even think about starting a YouTube channel, and that held me back. I just procrastinated. And something similar applies to investing. For example, as they say, time in the market beats timing the market, i.e. the sooner you start investing and start taking advantage of the compound effect, the sooner you'll make money in the long run. Whereas if you wait for the moment when that perfect stock will be sold at the perfect price, etc., you're just going to probably wait and waste precious time, just like I did before starting this channel. This leads me to point number 2, which is project-based learning, i.e. at school we need to study to ace those tests. But once you get your diploma, once you graduate from uni, in the real world, you often learn by doing. And this has several advantages. It also helps you to really understand what skills you need and to grow them little by little. And I'll give you an example again with my YouTube channel. As I said, I thought I needed mad editing skills, but actually my first videos, as you may have seen, are mostly vlogs where I walk and talk. So the editing skills required are really minimal. I just cut if there's like a loud noise, a car passing by, or children screaming, or if I trip and fall as I'm walking. But apart from that, there was no need for me to wait and learn how to use Adobe Premiere perfectly, which I still haven't learned how to use, by the way, because another advantage of learning by doing is that you really are in the best condition possible. You have the urgency to learn, whereas if you're just learning in advance, there's no urgency, so usually you'll just procrastinate. Not everybody, but most people will, I'm sure. And yeah, little by little you can grow your skills, and you'll have an immediate return on investment on those skills because you're using them right away, and you'll see the result, and it'll be easier to understand where you need to improve, where you're doing well, and you'll get feedback from other people. So yeah, I really have embraced now this idea of project-based learning, project-based knowledge. Number 3 would be every time you do something new, every time you start something new, and that applies also to new relationships, for example, a new job, living in a new city, and also starting a new project. You learn something, you learn in fact a lot about yourself, something new about yourself. For instance, with YouTube, it's how am I going to react if nobody watches my video, which is of course very common for new YouTubers. Or how am I going to react if someone leaves a positive comment, if someone leaves a negative comment, or what am I going to do if I don't look good in the video, which was a huge hurdle for me to overcome, because As I may have mentioned in my very first video, I am struggling with acne, which has been a bit of a shock for me because I had never had skin issues before. So adult acne really sucks, but I had to get over it. And after all, seeing myself in the video with a bit of acne, not that big of a deal. So yeah, start something new, meet new people, throw yourself in new adventures, and your self-awareness will grow a lot, will benefit a lot from this. And as I age, I'm more and more convinced that developing self-awareness is everything. The better you know yourself, the better your life will be, because you'll make better choices for yourself. And finally, last but not least, we should learn to focus on the process and not the outcome. In other words, focus on what we can control. For instance, content creators can't control the algorithm. Nobody even knows how YouTube algorithms really work. But they can control how often they post, how much time and resources they want to invest in their videos, and so on. The outcome, the number of people that are going to watch the video, are going to like and comment, and so on, is not guaranteed. They have no power over that. I mean, the more they invest in their content, the higher the probability that in the end they'll be rewarded and their videos will have at least some success, but again, it's not guaranteed. So in this, like in other projects, we really need to embrace the journey and all that it brings, all the things we can learn, the people we can meet, the things we learn about ourselves, the new skills we acquire, and yeah, not focus on the outcome, because otherwise we'll be endlessly frustrated, because again, that's something that's not in our control. So yeah, this is it, I'd say. Let me know what you think. If you've started something new and you want to share the lessons you've learned, please do. And until then, take care and see you in my next video. Bye bye. Ciao.